this classic that I really enjoyed seeing Zeppelin play live for the first time on the Celebration Day DVD, so figured I'd learn it and pass it along to everyone. The way Page plays this live, what he's doing, he's playing a G, and this is kind of a different, there's different ways to play G, but what he's using is his thumb, and you block the A string, so you don't hear the A string, and then your first finger is covering the top two strings, the E and B. Gives you a real full sound. It's basically a power chord because you're not playing the third of B. So we've got an A, a G. We strum down and then strum up. And when you strum up, you only want to catch the higher strings. Then we're just going to do some power chords where we go from the fifth to the fourth and back to the fifth. And if you watch him do this live, it's so smooth. He's just got a lot of finesse. And you're back into your G. Then you do it over. Second time through, you hear him go down with the whammy bar. Okay, it doesn't take it all the way down. It's just almost like a full step down, maybe half step. So that's the trick to the intro. And then you'll hear Page kind of moan a little bit, and that's almost your cue to start the rhythm. And when you're going to go into the rhythm, what you're doing is you're coming out of the G, you're going to go to the C, to the A sharp, then a G, and land with your first finger on the fifth fret of that power chord, the C. Okay? So it'll sound like this. Rhythm is a little bit different here, and I'll play it at speed and then I'll kind of explain what I'm doing. Okay, so what we're doing there is we're going to we strum it, there's a slight pause, and then you're going to come down with a down, up, down. When you go down the second time, you're going to put your ring finger on the 7th fret, 4th string, and then back up with it off. And then a down, up. Okay, so we have this so far. Then we're going to go down and up. We're going to strike the down when we're on the 3rd string, 7th fret, still holding this power chord on the 5th string. So it'll sound like this. So this whole thing all together slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then there's a pause. The second time through, you're going to do it much faster. Each up and down is going to have the 4th open, 3rd, and not open, but back to that 5th fret. So second time through will sound like this at speed. So you can see there's no in between it. It's just a quick. So the timing just varies between those two. You can hear it once you know it. So that should get you the rhythm. Okay, so the next part of the verse where they're coming out, okay, so what we're doing there is when we come out, we're going to go to a D sharp, down, up, down, Then we're going to go down and slide it up F. Then we're just going to go an open A, hit that string, and then hammer into an A sharp. And then take that A sharp, hit it, and slide into a C. And then he takes a G and does a little whammy bar there, brings it down, and then you repeat it. Then you're back into. That's just the first time through. That's the way he does that. The rest of the song goes back into your G and your licks there, but the second time he goes into that bridge part. So what we're doing there for the second time through this bridge, we're doing the same first half of it. Okay, then we do it again. Now, instead of going to G, we're going to go right to an A chord, all right? And I noticed live Paige is playing this at an A, the first position. So we hit an A here, power chord. And then we're going to come up to the 5th position, and we're just going to kind of roll from the 4th string, 5, 6, 7, and we're going to end up on the 3rd string at 5. And then back to the 4th string at 7. So all together. Alright, those are just plain notes. If you catch that B, that's fine when you're hitting the 3rd string. Actually, I think Paige is actually giving it a slight twist. So you'll have this. And then you're going to strike at the 7th fret, the G and B string twice. And then back to the 3rd string at the 5th fret. So you have this. Then you're back into it. And you just stop there on that 4th string. So that's a full round. All together, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, he does that for a full 4th time through. You just keep doing that. So the 4th one should sound like this. Then he goes into a G. This walk down should sound like this. So what we're doing there, and I've seen it tabbed and even some people play it with 3 notes, but watching Paige live and really listening to it, I don't think it sounds too busy to me. So if you want, you can keep your first finger on the 2nd string and play 3 notes, okay? But what I do is play 2. So what I'm doing is hitting the 4th string after the G. We're going to go. So I'm hitting the 4th string, 3rd fret, and pedaling or leaving the G ring open as I strike it each time. So that's the 3rd string. So on the 4th string it's 3, 2, and then open. I hit the 5th string at 3, and that's kind of a pause there. So we have this so far. Then the rest of it is, so you're going 1 to open on the 5th string, okay, to the 6th string at 3 to 1. Then the last section of it, if you will. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Okay, so all together, how it should sound. Start from the G. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and at speed. Think of it in terms, let me just mute it, and that's just the first section. You want to get that timing right. Just speed it up then. Okay, coming out of that walk down, they do something a little different again. What we're going to do is a similar lick that we did with the A. Okay, we're going to change it, transpose it to a G. So we're going to come out of that walk down and do this G lick for 2 full measures. So you'll do 4 sets and then another 4 sets of it. And when I say sets, they'll include all of, and then finally the last 4th set you'll have. Then we do another whole measure. So let me show this to you with the walk down. I'll do 1 walk down into this, and I'll show you how the 2 measures will go.